Okay, guys, so this week's session of Mindset Mondays is on creating a perception shift. Now, something that I never knew, but perception is actually a mental muscle. It's a mental muscle. And for those of you who don't know, we have six mental muscles. We have reason, we have imagination, we have memory, we have perception, we have intuition, we have willpower, and I can't remember what the last one was. No, that's all six. That's all of them. But perception is our ability to see things from a different angle, from a different perception. And one of my favorite examples was in highly successful habits of seven highly productive habits. Um, I've butchered the name of it, but you know what book I'm talking about. And he talked about this experience where he was on a train and he saw this guy come on with his kids and he was had his head down and his kids were just running amok. They were just running amok on the truck, on the train. They were disrupting everyone. They were being loud. And he was sitting there thinking, this guy's a terrible parent. Absolute terrible parent. He's letting his kids annoy everyone and he couldn't stand it anymore. The guy was just next to him. He said, look, mate, you got to control your kids. They're like annoying everyone on the train. And he slowly looked up, looked like he was coming out of a daze and goes, oh, yeah, you're probably right. He's like, yeah, my wife just died and my kids and I don't really know how to process it. So I'm not really too sure what I'm going to do. And in that moment, suddenly, instead of this guy being insensitive and a crap dad, he's a loving partner who's just lost his love of his life. His kids are now acting out because they don't know how to process it. When you change the way you look at something, the thing that you're looking at changes. And it's our ability in most elements of our life to go, okay, I don't like the way things are going. I need to switch my perception. I need to look at this differently. The relationship's not going the way I want it to. Oh, well, that's because this, and this. Okay, maybe look at it from a different perspective. Why could that person be acting that way? Maybe they're not happy. Maybe something's going wrong. Maybe we need to dig deeper. When we're not happy at work, and for example, I was doing a job where I was doing like charity work, and I started noticing how much money was going to people being paid in the industry. And I started, oh, well, it's not worth it. But I completely neglected how much money was going in and helping people. There's always two sides to the story. There's always two points that we can look at. And if we're always looking at the worst in our friends, if we're always looking at the worst in our job, we're always going to feel like crap. You can't, like, I think it was in Pollyanna, the minister's life was changed when Pollyanna had this necklace. And he was spending all his time on his sermons telling them how they were going to hell, everyone needed to do better. And what she had around her neck said, if you look for the worst in people, you will surely find it. You look for the best in people, you'll see it everywhere. You look for opportunities, you will see them everywhere. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do a journaling exercise to shift our perception. So what I want you to do is write on your piece of paper, Mindset Mondays, creating a perception shift. And if you want, you can write the date, 18th of the 8th, 2025. Now, our first journaling prompt for tonight, number one, by the way, you can do this on your device as well. If you've got your phone and you want to do it on that, you can open up a new note. If you're doing it on your computer, you can do it on Word or whatever you want to do it on. But journaling prompt number one, I want you to pick a situation in your life that's not going well that you want to change, and I want you to write it down. And you can answer it by writing the situation in my life I want to transform is. And make it just simple. The situation in my life I want to transform is. And it could be the amount of money I'm making. It could be how happy I feel on a daily basis. But I want you to try and make it something as specific as you can and just very, very simple. If you're in sales, maybe your sales aren't going as well as you'd like them. And once you've got something written down, I want you to just give me a thumbs up so I know to go on to the next question. All right. Got 3, 4, Narelle, Charmaine, Steve, Tash, beautiful. Awesome. We'll go on to journal prompt number 2. Number 2, I want you to, and this is going to be a bit of writing, so that's okay. It might take you, I'm going to give you a couple of minutes. I want you to just write down what it is that's happening in detail in this situation. So I want you to start this one off by writing, right now, I'm. If your sales aren't going so well, right now, I'm feeling crap every day that I go to work. My manager's giving me a hard time. Whatever it is, try and not blame other people too much though, but keep it about yourself as much as you can. Maybe it's I'm not enjoying myself. I feel stressed. If it's something to do with your diet, I'm really struggling to stick to it. I keep eating these kinds of foods. Whatever it is. And if you need at any point, just take a deep breath. Not a chance to beat ourselves up, just a chance to tell ourselves the perception that we're seeing right now. You can write about how the situation is making you feel, things that are maybe happening as a result. Maybe you feel like you're letting people down. I'm going to give you another 30 seconds. Just write down whatever comes to you. All right. Amazing. Amazing. Now, if what you've written down started making you feel a bit crap, that's okay. That's all right. Not all of self-transformation feels good. I like the way Tony Robbins said it when he said, first things first, tell yourself the truth. Don't make it worse than it is, but don't make it better than it is. Just tell yourself the truth. Now, number 3, what I want you to do is I want you to read your above answer and write out what the polar opposite or the positive polar opposite would be. So you can start this by writing right now I'm and have a look at what you've written above. And for each line, go line by line and write out what the opposite would be. I'm feeling tired. Change it to I'm feeling energized. My manager's being a pain in my butt. My manager's liking me more and more. We're getting along better. Everything that you wrote that's negative, I want you to write out what the polar opposite would be. And have fun with it too. And if you feel inspired to write an extra line in, go for it. You don't have to just follow what you've got. If something flows on from it, go for it. If you need to, just take a deep breath at any point. Oh, awesome. And once you've finished that, just give me a thumbs up so I know to move on to the next part. Thanks, Stephen. Thanks, Charmaine. When we get three more, we'll move on to the next part. Thanks, Jess. Thanks, Narelle. Thanks, Yvonne. All right, perfect. Now, normally when we're doing these journal prompts, we keep them to ourselves. But for this next one, I want you guys to answer in the chat. Now, I'm going to put the actual first part. But what I want you to think about right now is what's the main perception shift you need to make the above a reality? And this is about perception shifts of how you see yourself. Maybe in the first one, you saw yourself as a victim. Maybe in the next one, you see yourself as a butt kicking legend. Maybe in the first one, you saw yourself as no discipline. But maybe in the second one, you see yourself as someone who can choose the life that they want and make hard decisions. So, what I want you to do is answer this. To create what I want, I will now choose to see myself as. And I just want you to finish the sentence in the chat. To see myself as a bold action taker, someone who's fit and healthy. And I want you to share it in the chat. If you just want to do it on your pen and paper, that's okay. But I'd love to see some people be a little bit brave and share in the chat. Alan, calm and placid. I like it. Nice and relaxed. Yeah. Paul, being presented with opportunity. Love that, Paul. Yvonne, to get out of my comfort zone more and think positive. Fantastic, Yvonne. Tash, I choose to see myself as productive and focused. Love it. Charmaine, brave. Keep persevering regarding job hunting. Amazing, Charmaine. Stephen, I feel like I now have a choice as to how I feel. Love it. Amazing. Narelle, accepted by others for who I am and no longer identified by my job. Amazing. Great work, guys. Great work. If anyone wants to put any more in the chat, amazing. Go for it. But what we're going to do now is we're going to get ready for our guided visualization slash meditation. So take a moment to just like shake your hands out and all that. Zoran said fit and healthy and wealthy. Love it, Zoran. All right, just take a moment to get yourself nice and comfortable. If you need to shake it out, if you need to jump up, do some star jumps. Maybe you've got some energy in your body right now that's gonna, I don't know, make it hard to sit still. Just shake it out. Just move it around, stretch out. But I want you to try and find yourself into a nice, comfortable seated position in a spot where you're gonna fall asleep, but you can sit up nice and comfortable. Just do any movements you need to get yourself into that space. Stretch your back out. I'm going to play some meditation music through the speakers. And we're going to jump into today's guided visualization / meditation. So just taking a moment to arrive into the space. Allow yourself to slowly arrive into stillness, pulling your shoulders back, lifting your head up, feeling your spine nice and straight. And I want you to just place your hands gently in your lap, anywhere that feels nice and comfortable. And I want you to take a really deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. And with another deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth, just gently closing your eyes. Just arriving into the space, removing any expectations, giving yourself permission to be imperfect, to be guided, to be present, and to give this your best shot. We're going to first start with some box breathing, which is where we breathe in through your nose for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, breathe out at our mouth for 4 seconds, and hold for 4 seconds. We're going to do 8 rounds. I'll guide you for the first 4. And when you hold, trying to hold in a nice relaxed way without strain. We're aiming to get a nice flow going here. And we'll take our first inhale in 3, 2, 1. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4. Continue on by yourself. Wherever you are in your breathing cycle, just allow your breathing to return to normal. And just taking a moment to notice how you feel. And in your mind, I want you to imagine that you're standing in a dark room, you can't see anything, but you're standing on top of a circle that's lit up with white light. Just imagine that you're standing in this circle, and imagine that in front of you, you can see two pathways. Two pathways. One is staying how you are right now, living the same way, making the same decisions, being the same way, seeing the world the same way. And I want you to imagine that that pathway represents a color. What color in your mind is staying the same? And I want you to imagine you can see this pathway off to your right, but off to your left, you can see another pathway. And that represents choosing to be the person you want to be, seeing the world the way that's helpful, making decisions that aid your highest goals and potential. And I want you to imagine you can see that pathway going off to the left, and I want you to imagine it has a color that represents it. What's the color of choosing the life that you want to live? Amazing. And what I want you to do right now is imagine that we're going to choose to walk along the path that represents staying the same, off to the right. I want you to imagine that you're slowly moving along this pathway like it's a timeline. And you're going to see images that flash on the screen of your mind about how your life would look and how you would be feeling. And I want you to imagine that you're still feeling doing the same things in a week. And I want you to see what images come to mind for you staying the same over the next week. As you're noticing that not much is changing too much, move slowly further along this timeline and see what it's like in a month's time to stay the same, to keep doing what you're doing. Let any images come to mind. Now keep moving along this timeline. I want you to go 3 months into the future and see how staying the same is affecting your life, your happiness, the people around you. See any images that come to you. Imagine that it's now moving towards 6 months into the future. See whatever images come up for you, staying the same, not making any changes. And lastly, I want you to move even further. I want you to go to a year into the future You're still the same, doing the same things. How is that affecting your life? How is that affecting your goals, your desires, your dreams? Now that you've seen what it's like to stay the same, some of the implications of it, I want you to slowly move back along this timeline, back to 6 months, 3 months, a month, a week, and find yourself back on that white choice point. You can see that pathway over to your right, and you can see what life would look like if you stay the same over that period of time. Maybe it was good, maybe it was bad, but at least you know, you've got an idea. And I want you to turn your attention now to the pathway that leads off to the left, remembering what color it is. And I want you to imagine that you have an opportunity here to see what life would be like if you made the choice to live the way you want to see the world the way that's helpful. And I want you to imagine that you can see yourself making that choice, walking along that pathway, and you can see your life in a week. I want you to see what you can see changing slightly as you've made this decision, this choice to be this way. I want you to see yourself acting the way that you would like to be acting, the little things you're doing differently, and I want you to move even further along this pathway. I want you to move to being in a month's time and just seeing the effect it's having on you, on your energy, your mood, maybe your productivity. Just seeing the effect that it's having by changing and becoming the person you want to become. And now allow yourself to move even further into the future. Imagine that it's getting to 3 months and that situation that you've wanted to change is really starting to show signs that it's changing in a big way. I want you to see what things would be like for you in 3 months' time. Maybe the interactions you're having with other people, some changes to results that you might be getting. See anything that comes to you in pictures and really feel it. Taking a deep breath right now into your nose, out through your mouth. I want you to move forward even further into time. Imagine it's 6 months into the future now, and you can see how your life is changing, transforming. Things are improving. See the people that you love and care about, how it's improving their lives. Any images that come to mind. And now I want you to move even further forward. Imagine it's now a year into the future. You've made that choice. You're behaving the way that you want to behave. You're doing the things that you want to be doing. You're getting the results you really want. I want you to see that image in all its glory. Feel the emotions, how it feels to be and live this way. Just taking a moment to notice how you feel. Noticing whether you feel that this was a good idea. This is who you wanted to be. This is how you wanted to act. And I want you to slowly float back along that timeline. Imagine you're moving back to 6 months where you saw yourself doing those things. 3 months, a month, a week, and imagining right now that you're back in that white circle, looking to the left, looking down that timeline, the color that it is, and you're standing here. And you can see these two options in front of you right now. To the right, you can stay the same and you can see where that's going to end up. The pros, the cons. And you can see off to your left how you want to be, the decisions you want to make. And you can see where that leads, the pros, the cons of that as well. And I want you to just take a moment right now in this meditation to make a decision right here, right now, of which pathway you want to take. And I want you to, in your mind, see your hand point in the direction of the pathway you want to take. Take a deep breath into it. Deep breath out. Feel a strong desire and determination welling up within you that yes, you want what's at the end of that pathway. And with another deep breath in through your nose, deep breath out. I want you to notice how you're feeling right now with what you saw, with this decision, whether you're feeling apprehensive, you're feeling confident, just noticing how you're feeling. And with a deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth, I want you to slowly come back out of the meditation, leaving that choice point behind, thanking it for showing you those two futures, coming back, bringing the wisdom, the guidance, the knowledge with you into your body. With another deep breath in, I want you to slowly invite some motion into your body. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Move your neck from side to side. Just noticing the temperature of the room. Noticing the weight of your body on the surface beneath you. And with another deep breath in, all the way in, and deep breath out, you can gently open your eyes. Welcome back and well done. Amazing work, guys. Well done. Well done. If you need to just take a moment to write something down or do anything in particular, go for it. It's your time. You're allowed to do whatever you want. I just want to say well done for being here, for giving yourself permission to go through this exercise. I hope you enjoyed it. The way that this session works is now I do end the recording, but I stay on and just give everyone a chance to share any takeaways, any questions that they may have. And if anything did come up for you, please reach out to me on Meetup or Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, David Keith Turner coaching on all those platforms. I'm happy to, have a chat to you if something did come up for you that you need to talk about. It's always better to say something rather than not say something if something did come up. But other than that, I hope that you enjoyed it. When you do leave this session and come back into Meetup, it'll ask you to review it. So if you could give it a good rating and an honest review, that would be amazing. Um, I love doing these sessions. I think we've done like, I don't know, 130 or something. I can't remember. We've done a fair few of them now. So we've been going for a while. And the way that I'm able to keep doing it is by people coming along, giving good reviews and bringing new people along, which is great. Um, I'm going to end the recording section now and then just open it up to you guys to share. But if you do need to jump off, that's all right. Thanks for coming along. I hope that you enjoyed it.